people lied to you.
Good feeling, but got a little nervous.
The DJ was hot, played all the records I wanted to hear.
I'm the one.
And I got a chance to kind of let loose and dance a bit, which was fun. It was a cool night.
What? ACT, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the time.
Did your relationship turn from friendship into something sexual?
So, pause, please. Need some water. Yeah, right. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. This video, we're going to revisit Demetrius Smith. It's funny how I come across doing these videos. And this one started with a particular inbox message. Well, apparently, Demetrius Smith was commenting a couple weeks ago. Let's revisit a few things he said before, months ago, compared to what I have observed him commenting now. Because according to articles, he's confirmed he's going to testify against the singer about Aaliyah's fake ID. Part of R. Kelly's indictment includes bribery charges for this alleged fake ID. But I'm going to show you where this man will sit here and tell you out of his mouth that R. Kelly had nothing to do with that. And then we're going to bring in old Tiffany Hawkins and his role in that too. Because this man has played a key role in setting R. Kelly up.
How did that come about? Did he ask you? Did he say, look, I got an issue. She's 15. How did that happen?
No, that didn't happen like that at all. I really can't go too deep into that.
Can you give us a general idea?
Well, I came up with that idea to do that, to system and
Pay attention. He came up with that idea. We'll replay it.
To that. Can you give us a general idea?
Well, I came up with that idea to do that, to system. And the ID that I did get for Aaliyah did not have her age on it at all.
Now, according to him, 2 months ago, what he got for Aaliyah was a fake ID which had nothing that showed her age on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the purpose in having these IDs for this marriage is to prove age. I'm just confused how this story keep getting flip-flopped. And nobody's paying attention to how ignorant it all sounds.
I really can't go too deep into that.
Can you give us a general idea?
Well, I came up with that idea to do that, to system. And the ID that I did get for Aaliyah did not have her age on it at all.
Yeah, he came up with that system, all right. And we're going to get into that system. Because this whole thing with Aaliyah was the stage. And what he did with Tiffany Hawkins was the system.
And Robert, really, it didn't have nothing to do with that other than me suggesting it with other people. So.
But Was he aware?
Robert didn't have anything to do with that. Yet to this day, he's being charged with bribery for getting this alleged fake marriage.
Of her actual age at the time this all happened?
I mean, I knew that Aaliyah was young myself, but to know or to ask if it all happened so fast, man, and to know if he knew.
Now, according to what these people have beaten into some people's brains with this program, R. Kelly has a thing for underage girls. Even when he started his story in the docuseries, he talks about how he let other people know about things like this. But it seems like to me, a lot of these people just keep saying he's attracted to young women, but that doesn't mean minor women. And that's what they flipped in my perspective from this whole story. That just because he likes younger women, now we're going to flip it and make the public think he likes minors. Well, that's just something they're going to have to prove. But let's continue.
Aaliyah's age, he did marry Aaliyah. Okay? So that's as much as I'm going to say with that. And I was pushed out. I didn't help and assist with getting a license for him to marry Aaliyah for the purpose of being okay with it. No, it wasn't. It was to buy time, in my perspective, to make a better decision. But
What does that mean? By time? What does that mean?
well, it was everybody was like rushing him to do things, and I just, man, this.
Everybody around R. Kelly, I guess the enterprise, let's just say, had a lot of influence in telling him what he should be doing. Could it be he should be trying to go forward with this, to present this to the public and help boost both his and her career even more?
This is not right. We can't do this. Well, man, I know somebody that can do this. I might can do this, man. But it didn't have her age on it, so that wasn't the thing that got them there. And
You're saying the ID that you got, I guess what our question is, you're saying you wanted to buy time, but by getting an ID for her, it actually accelerates it. Right. Because they got married the day after that ID was purchased.
It was not an ID that had her age on it. It should not have done.
So what was the, and I'm not trying to be contentious here, I'm trying to understand it. What would be the function then have been to get that ID, if not to clear the way for marriage?
Oh, man. It was a foolish thing of me to do, man, to this.
Exactly. He has no answer for that because it's bullshit.
Just did it anyway. What I should have done was call Mary Hankerson. What I should have done was call Aaliyah's parents. And that would have been the right thing to do. I came up with Robert, man. It was like having a brother, you know, and man, what the stupid shit, happened, and all of a sudden you gotta, everybody's throwing things at you, and you don't want to get pushed out. I didn't want to get pushed out and to not be there to help them in a way.
As the illiteracy and he couldn't read and things of that nature. Barry Hankerson was aware of that, right?
Oh yeah.
Now,
Because I had Robert, I took Robert.
exactly. So, I'm sorry. Go by that. Go ahead.
Well, I just let him know how Robert was, because Robert, we went to audition for a play that Barry Hankerson was doing at the Diego Theater on 79th in Chicago, and Robert couldn't read, so I knew that I would have to be the one to read the script, and I didn't know if they was gonna go for that because they heard his voice, and that was appealing. So I saw Mr. Hankerson sitting in the audience, and I went out there and I sat with him, and I convinced him to listen to Robert. It's like coming in new. Right. Here's a golden goose. That's right. And Barry, at the same time, was a businessman. Right. And that's how I see Mr. Hankerson as a businessman. He always showed me the game of business. He was a businessman. Did he take advantage of Robert? No. For me, did he have the opportunity? Was in the beginning, probably he had a vision to want to control this. Right. So I would think that that's a natural thing that any businessman would want to do, but to misuse him, I didn't see Robert's paperwork. Robert began to, he did have a way with Robert to where Robert swayed to Barry and away from me.
Now, if you were the one who said that you had to read his paperwork, now you coming back saying that you didn't see his paperwork, so who helped him out in signing all these contracts that he had to sign at the beginning, middle, and now?
What happened there? Was that a song or some demos that you did? Or?
Yeah, management. Actually, I had got into some situation with management that I was with before I even got signed with Jive. I had a manager skip out of town with some money that we had won, from a talent show. And there was a lot of trouble with that. And the day I broke up with him was actually the day I was bumming a transfer trying to get a bus to get home. And I was walking down 79th, and I walked past the Regal Theater, and it said a gospel play was going on. And I went in there, and I asked the guy, I said, yo, man, any more auditions going on? He said, no, we just closed it up, man. I said, man, give me a chance, man. Let me do something. I'm on my last dime here, And they were like, well, that's it, man. So I started singing anyway. And I sang the song, Amazing Grace. And they introduced me to Barry Hankerson. I sang to Barry Hankerson. And he offered to put me in the play. And I said, that's great. So as time went on, come to find out, he wanted me to, I told him that I could write. I didn't want to do the play. I wanted to write and do my own album. So once I showed him a couple of songs on the piano and a couple of demos, he was like, my God, you're right. You can write. Let's take you to Jive Records. And that's what we did.
Looking back, it just seemed like to me, this guy, he knew his days was numbered. So he went along with this plan, and now he's just trying to find his way out without making himself an accomplice. But at the end of the day, everything he's saying is self-incriminating. But let's listen to what he finna say on this one.
Again, we all are a part of the shape that he has become. See?
They all were a part of what they're trying to portray him as today.
Robert Kelly, his music was in an era and about lives that changed lives and helped lives. And then R. Kelly, again, hurt some people. But again, it goes back to who he is. And that's who you don't know who he is as a person. But he is not a monster. When I saw Gayle King's show and Robert Kelly said, it's not me. And I say, free R. Kelly. I say free R. Kelly because if it was a crime that he committed, what was it, 20 years ago? Against, I don't know, I'm not accurate on my years right now, because I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about Tiffany Hawkins, the first girl that he was patted on the back for. And Susan Loggins, who was the attorney that someone took her to. If it was a crime.
Now just pay attention. First time he say this. Somebody took Tiffany Hawkins too. Just watch.
Then how could they make a deal? It was all about the money. So if it was a crime, it should have started with Susan Loggins. She should be prosecuted as well for not having him prosecuted. Or for not them getting him some help, even the management team. Because I brought it to everyone's attention that this is where Robert was growing because of what he has come up in. See, we're dealing with disabilities, and he has them, yet he's a gift in his music. See, when you cut off the head, and that's what's being done right now. I say free R. Kelly for right now. I just wanted to start with Susan Loggins first. And the other attorney that I took Tiffany to.
Heard it. That he took Tiffany to. Let's replay that.
And that's what's being done right now. I say free R. Kelly for right now. I just wanted to start with Susan Loggins first. And the other attorney that I took Tiffany to.
See, this level of stupid is beyond me. All these people, they keep talking and keep talking and keep digging their own graves. So now we got the connection. Demetrius Smith is the person who helped Tiffany Hawkins get in contact with Susan B. Loggins. And if you go down this alleged history of abuse, who's at the top? Tiffany Hawkins. Go down into her little deposition. She calls or she says she has witnesses such as Aaliyah, who was not going to testify in her case. She says she has witnesses such as R. Kelly's A&R, which at that time, if I'm not mistaken, would have been Wayne Williams. She says she has witnesses such as Javante Cunningham, and we all have discussed her janky background as well. These were the people they were going to call, but they knew very well they were not going to take this case into a criminal matter. So none of those witnesses would be necessary. They just put those people on the paper. If you also do a little research on the case, Barry Hankerson was also mentioned in this so-called suit. Why? Seemed like to me personal envy from Demetrius.
See, I didn't get no money for the. It's not about the money. See, and that's why I'll speak out now. See, because
it's about the money. Because after he set up the little plan and started the first person into getting the money, and then all the other women followed in pursuit, being led by people in his entourage. Obviously, the people in his entourage, every time you find one that has been scorned, you have something like this happens.
In entertainment news tonight, R. Kelly is an R&B superstar who has endured a scandal that could have killed most careers, but now a new book with a Houston connection threatens to open old wounds for Kelly, who will be in the Bayou City next month. Isaiah Carey, live in the newsroom tonight with the only on Fox report. Isaiah.
Well, Tom, that book will be released online this Friday and in bookstores the following week. It's one man's account of living and working with R. Kelly, alleged secrets, scandals, and all.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
R. Kelly has been a celebrated R&B singer, penning hit after hit, but the Chicago native comes with baggage.
Who would not identify herself in the sex tape that was exposed. She's also mentioned in the book.
In 2002, Kelly was charged with child pornography. He was eventually cleared. But this new book, The Man Behind the Man, threatens to dig up old skeletons. It's written by Kelly's former personal assistant, Demetrius Smith, and almost predictably, there there's a Houston connection.
Demetrius Smith exposes it all in the book.
Rashawn and Lanice Clark are Houstonians who published the book under the Book Talk label. Lanice is also Smith's niece.
He's not doing this out of spite or to be evil. It's his own release.
The book tells a story from Demetrius.
And this is another telltale sign that the people in R. Kelly's entourage didn't have his best interests in heart. You want to know why? Because look at today. And look at artists like Future. And look at all these other mainstream artists. And when a scandal breaks, you know what they do? They get their attorney to issue out gag orders. You want to know why? Because they don't want these motherfuckers talking to the press. If anything is going to be leaked, it's going to be court documents. That way, if the person is convicted of a crime, you will have an accurate story and not just gossip in the media, which is what we see in this case against R. Kelly. Period. In doing your research, you will come across articles such as this, which will point out how in '98, Tiffany Hawkins settled her suit out of court. So all this nonsense other people are bringing up, what the hell ever, is just nonsense. Anybody could take out a civil claim. And with the artist that is touring and doing all this traveling, it may be advised to settle out of court than to keep going back and forth to court pursuing this. But at some point, once all these other women start going to the same attorney, R. Kelly's attorneys got a little wise, and they said specifically, R. Kelly has settled 2 other underage suits out of court, but lawyers for the star now say the cash machine is closed, which means from that point forward, they were going to fight. So they had to figure out another way to try to get money out of R. Kelly, and that's exactly what they did. Period. So let's go on as I get ready to close this video out, because I see Demetrius Smith now trying to disassociate himself. Now he's coming out talking about, I never said I was a manager. Yes, the fuck you did. You said you was the tour manager, and then there was this assistant talk. At the end of the day, don't backpedal now. You've said pretty much everything we needed to hear to know that all of y'all are full of shit. He's gonna say, you don't know nothing about me, dude. I was with him in the subway. I did not work for Barry Hankerson. Yes, Barry was the manager and anything else. You don't know shit. Fuck out of here. You know nothing about me. If you did, you would not mention my name, especially to call me a liar. You know nothing about me. I never said I was Ron's manager. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you did, dude. Then he says, Rob did not hurt me. I hurt myself. What Rob is going through, I did not do this to him. I feel for him and I pray for him. What Rob and I have gone through, we all go through with family, and we get over it. We grow. I don't wish jail on nobody. If you do something to me, I ain't calling the police. You can bet that. Oh, but you can write a tell-all book exposing in your way, as you say, these secrets. Then he says, and I can be a guardian angel in my life. I've had to go inside myself to contain that monster. Him calling himself a monster. I know me. That's why I say I could be a guardian angel. To be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Hurt me, I hit back. Simple as that. So that's what it seems like he did, was strike back. Only thing is, he was just a pawn in the plan. If you would dishonor your siblings, I would not trust you. You don't cross your blood. Simple as that. That is all I will say about my family. I will not discuss my sister, nor will I discuss my children and their mothers any further. I have sex, make love, whatever you want to call it. God gives life. You will be judged. Shaking my head. I won't get into trying to explain to you about my family. I take that personal. My sister was wrong for discussing my children. And how do you think children feel about their mother and father being lied on from their aunt? Family is supposed to be closer than that, and I'll leave it at that. And it's very damn funny, all these people with their double standards on bringing up their kids, and they don't want their kids hearing all this stuff. But they have no problems putting all this unnecessary bullshit in the media. Even this guy going so far as to put out there that R. Kelly had to try to have sex with him. Ridiculous. But he wants people to spare his children's feelings. According to him, he's never tied a woman up and put a sock in her mouth. If I was like that, trust me, a person would not tell you that, because I would tie their ass up and put a sock in their mouth. Shaking my head. Also, my children's mother was not 16, nor was I 40. When I met one of my children's mothers, she had a 6-month-old child, and the baby was not mine. So in his eyes, because the girl he was dealing with had a child and was possibly 17, it excuses the fact that he was dealing with her too. See the double standards in these jackasses? Seem like to me Tiffany Hawkins is just being used because she's envious of Aaliyah and the fact that her career did not blow up as hers. And that's the same story we hear with a lot of these scorns women, is when they had dreams of being a star, they're upset now because another person didn't make them that star. When they have the ability to make themselves a star, especially in today's age. So relying on a man to do that for you, who's really the fool? Is that abuse or is that stupidity? None of these witnesses can be reliable at the end of the day. So to even throw out there, as Gloria already tried, that they could be used as a bad act witness, no ma'am. No, they can't. You want to know why? Because their stories don't add up and their background is very sketchy. So I would love to see them being cross-examined with these weak-ass stories. And if you notice, even in the indictments, why can't we have specific dates in which these allegations allegedly happen? Usually you look at an indictment, it'll give you exact dates of when things happen. But all they can tell you is the year, the month at best. That leaves a whole lot of reasonable doubt in my mind. Contrary to what some people feel like, people like me, we not generating no monetary gain out of these videos we make. So the fact that people want to compensate or donate to show their appreciation is always a blessing in my eyes. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate even those that just share the videos, because that is the purpose in hand. Oh, and before I go, let me go ahead and shout out this new channel that I just came across. Shout out to him. Like I said before, we can all work together and pass information that we come across in ways that people will better grasp them. So I'm not a hater by any means. Yeah, make sure you go subscribe to this channel right here. I don't know how to pronounce it. I ain't even gonna try. I'm just gonna show you. Shout out to him. He really doing his thing over there.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. stop your fucking lying.
He is not being stolen from with our small group that's working very closely to help him. And like I said, the main goal for Not Supposed to Be was to get it released for his birthday. That song has a lot of meaning to R. Kelly. It was not released properly in the sense of it went through the wrong channels. This person has taken control of the music and distributing it through Some Brother Love Records. And so it's not a direct R. Kelly. So please know that it's listed under Rob. And all proceeds right now are going into a fund called Some Brother Love Records.
Lord, please forgive me how I'm living.